See this? This is my boomstick!
Hi everyone, Boomstick here from Renegade Racing. Today we're looking at the car hunt for the Ford GT. Let's take a look. So there is all the packs available if you're using the C-Class plus the free blueprint you will get from just doing one run. But I'll be doing the SCG and then the Cadillac to get the dedicated 5. So we'll go through with the SCG first, and mine is gold. The course is a rolling motorway, which means that you won't be able to do automatic TD, touch driving, no hands or anything like that. You probably will need to involve yourself manually, so just be aware of that. And but it is a pretty basic course, so we'll go through it now. Now the Ford GT is an interesting car, controversial car, but one definitely worth getting. Alright, here we go. So this guy's going to pull over at the start, so you just get ready to trigger there and you can pop him on your left and then save that for the ramp, triggering in perfect, holding down drift on landing, building up a shockwave, and then just make sure you're lined up before the barrel roll and just hold drift before landing, and then you can trigger a imperfect or a shockwave if you have enough. And then just drifting through there, you can see the SCG kind of holds its speed as you go round, so it's quite a hard car to turn. The handling isn't there, but it sort of holds the speed when you back up against the wall. Alright, there we go, 34.754, pretty straightforward, but yeah. Alright, now we'll move on to the Cadillac CN concept car, and just a bit of trivia, this car is faster than a gold Ego when it's done up. It's just a little bit harder to drive. So anyway, we'll go through that now, but I think it's going to be a little bit slower than the SCG. You'll notice it's further down the rank here, and also the course is quite short, so you don't get to that top speed very easily. Anyway, it's much the same process. Let's go through it. The load time's a little bit longer this time. Interesting. Anyway, here we go. So it's much the same as before. The guy on the left is going to pull over and try and knock us down. We'll just pop him, and you just lean into that car just to make sure that you do stay on the straight and narrow, triggering just before here, getting that imperfect, holding down drift, lining up for the barrel, and then triggering. And you want to stay as low as you can, holding down drift and triggering your shockwave afterwards. And then just a little bit of brake nitro and then blue. And I was probably just a little bit too sharp on that corner, so I slammed into the wall. Ideally, you don't do that. So if you do have a lower start car, you probably want to avoid that. And then off the barrel roll, imperfect, and a little bit of a shockwave against the line. Alright, there we go, 35.5, so about a second slower. Alright, now for the final car, I will be using the SRT8, and the reason for that is I think that's probably the easiest car for the newer players to get and get their hands on. So we'll go down there all the way to the bottom, I think it is. Otherwise the Beast is a good option, or the AMG there, but we'll use the SRT8. And as you can see, I've still got the colors on there that one of my viewers asked me to put on, and I just haven't been bothered to change them. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, it's a short course, and if you are trying to do some minimization of runs, you can use touch drive, but you will need to sort of interact with it and line it up for the barrel roll first up, and then it should get the time you're using, say, an NSX or a Hussy. Anyway, here we go, and now I'm maxed. Alright, so you can see it's a little bit slower than the previous two cars, so we were able to avoid the AI pushing us, and we just want to build up, still doing the shockwave, and probably played it just a little bit too early there, but we got a bit of a bonus there by landing on the AI. And then we're going to do a hard drift around that corner just to build up some red nitro. The acceleration in this car is quite good if you've got a decent amount of red nitro. And we'll just get up to top speed here and hit the barrel roll and go across the line there. So 38.8, another, I guess you could say, 4 and a bit seconds slower than the SCG. But it is enough to get the 41 seconds. So I think you probably want at least a 2-star just to make your life a little bit easier with that car. Anyway, there we go. Hopefully that's going to give the newer players who are still trying to get their hands on a fully upgraded 4GT done. And yeah, if you've got any questions, just put it up in the comments. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel or even an old existing one is just having a peek at this little one, give us a like and subscribe up there. Bye everyone.